Raven Nation, welcome back. Tim and Chris Sports Talk. We're going to dive into our victory against Washington football team and talk about our matchup this weekend against the Bengals. Man, Chris, how you feeling, bro?
Um, I thought it was a decent win, but I still saw some things I didn't like. Like I said in the last video, you try not to complain too much about. Well, not in the last video, like you try not to complain too much about blowout wins, but it's still some things I saw I wasn't happy with. I'm gonna start with the offense. So, I think Lamar made some great throws with that Hollywood play, that roll out to the right. I think that was a hell of a throw. And there was another great throw to Andrews where he rolled out to the left and he hit Andrews on the money for that touchdown. So,
Yeah.
I still saying, some flash for Lamar, the good Lamar in there, the MVP Lamar, the developed Lamar. You still see those flashes. But he also missed some easy throws that he normally made, and it kind of stood out to me because I was looking like Lamar would have made that throw last year. I know the Hollywood play where Hollywood had 2 steps on the guys, man, and Lamar just missed them. I get it. You're going to miss some throws. And then the very next play, he had Boykin for a lob, and he kind of just overthrew it. So, it was some things that kind of bothered me, like Lamar. He just didn't look settled. So, what you think?
To me, he got a little excited. I'm thinking like when he's seeing his players streaking downfield, like it's really hard to overthrow open Hollywood, and my man just went ahead, just tossed that thing like 3 or 4 yards past him when he already had a 5-6 second start. You know what I mean? We're streaking downfield, so I just think like Lamar gotta settle his stuff down a little bit. He's still, like I said, he still got those issues with lobbing the ball. You know what I'm saying? Missing Boykins on that end was he was wide open. Even at Mr. Duvernay, I think that was like a 2nd and 6 when we was driving downfield, and he missed that, pretty easy pass over the top where Duvernay had nobody behind him, and that was almost like a walk-in touchdown for that man. So, a couple of things that I'm not liking. We need to get fixed because against Washington football team, no, they ain't playoff caliber. So you're expecting a game like that, even though it was a blowout, 31-17, but you looking at 42-10. You know what I'm saying, with a team like that, because they had 1 or 2 weapons, and we should have took care of them boys a little bit easier, in my opinion. But
I agree. Another thing I noticed on the offense, man, just the run game still a little inconsistent, man. I'm kind of not feeling the running back by committee.
No.
I think you kind of it's like they're trying to force everybody touches, and it's just not working, and they're not allowing. With running backs, you got to get into the flow of the game. You got to get reps over and over to kind of, get in that rhythm. And it's like it's difficult when Ingram breaks off a 7-yard run, then they pull him out. Then he put Dobbins in, he runs for 2 yards. And they put Gus back in. It's like a frenzy back there, man. Like it's kind of like they don't know what to do. It's like they kind of trying to force Dobbins in. I just think they need to carry it like they did in 08 with Ray Rice, just kind of use them in certain situations with Dobbins. And then they had the 2 workhorses in LaRon McClain and Willis McGahee. That need to be Mark Ingram and Gus, man. Greg Roman said he wanted to use Gus as a closer. So I guess a closer means like in the second half, late in the third quarter, fourth quarter, when the defense is tied down, you kind of want to use the hammer, which would be Gus, to kind of close out the game. Well, if you're going to do that, just let JK and Mark Ingram eat in the first half. You know what I mean? That makes more sense to me. But it's kind of like they playing musical chairs back there, and it just don't make sense with this running back by committee.
Yeah, and when you see all 3 of your running backs have less than 10 carries for the game, you know what I mean? It doesn't sit right. Definitely with the fans. It's like, we know what our offense is built on. And we seeing, JK get in there, not treated like a running back at all. He's treated like a slot receiver. You got Ingram, knocking off 2 or 3 yards to carry. He can't get into a rhythm. And then you bring in Gus Edwards. He had knocked you off 6, 7 yards. But then, he's my closer, so you take him out. So your only rhythm back is your quote unquote closer, and that's not his game. Honestly, I think Gus Edwards is probably our best running back on the team. To me, you know what I mean? You let him run. If you see that he's producing, to take some of that steam and pressure off Lamar Jackson, leave him in the game. You know what I'm saying? Just because you got Mark Ingram and on paper, on depth chart, he's number 1, doesn't mean that he has to be on the field, to be a blocking running back because you're still not even giving him the ball. So I don't understand that. I don't understand that concept right there. What he got going on.
Yeah, I don't understand either. Another thing, another couple more things I spotted. I really legit think Lamar don't trust the old line. He kind of just don't look like himself like he did last year.
Yeah,
Um, I, I think, I mean, I know the line misses Marshall Yonder. You'll never be able to place Marshall. I know that. But it kind of just looked like he's on certain plays, he's just unsettled and he kind of just like relying on his legs to get out of there because like, he kind of running for his life and they allowing pressure. So I just don't think he trusts the old line. I don't think he's as settled. But you know, with old lines, it's just the more reps you get, the more chemistry you're gonna get.
yeah,
Hopefully they'll
definitely.
kind of get that bond together. So and
Yeah,
also we got to get Duvernay some more touches. I mean, every time this kid touches the ball, something good happens. So give
oh
him some more
yeah,
touches. Willie Snead, I like Willie Snead. I think he's a great block. I think he might be that good locker room veteran presence, but as far as production wise, one or two catches a game, you know what I mean? It's like, let's see what Duvernay can do. You know
yeah,
what I mean? They
yeah.
got
He's
him
not
some
creating
more.
that
They got
separation.
him. They got him some more snaps, but
Yeah.
Lamar didn't go his way too much. But I kind of want to see Duvernay get a little bit more involved.
Yeah, I'm with you. Yeah, I think with Duvernay and Prochet coming out there, like you adding more speed, so you giving your offense more chances to do something. Like you can open up the screen, you can open up the quick slants because people looking at Hollywood for the quick slant. But when you line up Prochet and Duvernay in the slot with Hollywood on the outside, you kind of got to play them honest. You know what I'm saying? You can't just I'm a slide on Duvernay and leave Hollywood on his own. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? So
Right.
when you have just those packages that we like to run like that pistol, you got Hollywood on the outside, then you got Mark Andrews sneaking out. Defenses know that. Defensive
Yeah.
coordinators see that. Like, oh, the
Right.
Ravens gonna line up in a pistol, do run pass option, and get Lamar Jackson tore up back there. Like you know what I'm saying? Those type of plays on this offense is really gonna hurt us down the stretch. It's week 4, and these defenses are picking up these last 2 weeks. They had our offense back there looking like a JV offense, honestly. Like we don't look comfortable at all, bro. Not at
Right.
all.
All right. And
Somebody
before,
just chimed in and said, "You gotta go."
yeah, yeah, yeah. So
Yeah, man. Yeah,
before I get over to the defense, like I think what's frustrating to me is that last year you're the first. I know everybody's saying like we looked this way at the beginning of last year, but that was year one of Greg Roman implementing his new offense. So we knew it was going to take time. We was a little bit more patient, but this is pretty much
yeah,
the same personnel and the same exact guys outside of Yonder that he's bringing back for the second year, and it just looked like it regressed a little
yeah,
bit. I was waiting for the offense to evolve to another level, to be even more fluent. I was kind of like, oh, this year 2 of Greg Roman's offense, everybody knows the offense in and out. I'm looking, it just don't look fluent to me, man. So that just kind of raised an eyebrow. It kind of like a regress.
yeah.
It's either that or teams just adjusted to the offense.
Yeah, and like you said, like they see that pistol. So once they see us in that pistol, they automatically gonna bring them boys down to the box. Like they see that Fluker is in for Stanley. That's not right. You know what I'm saying? They see like the new pieces. They see Tyree Phillips. They got tape on these two young boys. I mean, Fluker been around for a little bit, but they see Tyree in the middle. They're gonna they coming right at him because they can see that they can frustrate him, get him all flustered back there,
Right.
not knowing who to pick up, and that's it. I seen a couple plays where the offensive line did hold up, but in Lamar Jackson's mind for these last 2 weeks, it's quick passing. Like
Yeah.
he had a couple of times, he had a little bit of time to actually sit back and find his receiver, but you know what I mean? He doesn't trust his guys up front. So that's another big thing with him going forward is like he kind of has to gain some trust in his guys, but you know when you seen that and oh yeah, I forgot how they had Orlando Brown switch his side. You know what I mean? Because Fluker wasn't doing good on the right side. So they actually flipped Orlando Brown and Fluker. It's too much moving around right now. Thank God it was just a Washington football team. He wasn't going against a stout defensive line. And no disrespect to the Washington football team. They do got a good line, but it's
Nah,
not
fuck
as
them.
stout.
Fuck them. Fuck them.
I ain't mad at that, facts. But they got an okay D line, but for us to be moving pieces, like we're not settled. We're not settled on offense, and then, like I said, man, these defensive coordinators they see that. They see we ain't settled.
Right, pretty much. All right, so I didn't really have too much to put down for the defense. I just put down that it's a copycat league. The Washington football team, they saying that Kansas City screened the Ravens to death. They screened them to death. And what did
Oh
Washington
yeah,
come out to? They
screen,
threw a
screen,
bunch of
screen, screen.
screens. Now, I think part of that was trying to protect Haskins against an aggressive defense, but they pretty much gonna copy what Kansas City did. They basically the Ravens gonna see this every week until they can stop it. And that's one thing I miss about Prime Suggs, because even though Suggs was a DN slash outside linebacker, he would sniff those screens out so well, man.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, so
yeah.
that's one thing I miss, you know what I mean, being able to sniff those screens out. So hopefully they can get it together. And then the pass rush looked a little bit better, but I mean, we played a real crappy old line, so you know, I want to see how we do against better competition. I love Wink, but I kind of want him to dial it back with all the blitz. You don't have to be blitz happy on every play. You know what I mean? You could dial it back some. We got the secondary built enough to, you know, we could play coverage. You know, I mean, they're not getting pressure with 5 and 6. So what's the point of keep sending them? You running your head into a brick wall, especially sending, DBs and stuff. And so, you know, hopefully they can get the pass rush fixed. I kind of want Wink to just dial it back a little bit on the blitzing.
Yeah, yeah, because like you say like you want your blitzing to be a specialty to your 4-man pass rush. You don't want your blitzing to be an answer to your pass rush, because hey, I'm gonna see that you okay. I see all your linebackers down in the box. I'm gonna throw a screen, or I'm gonna go ahead and throw this quick slant and get 10, 15 yards on you. You know
Right.
what I'm saying? Because what I'm seeing from Marcus Peters, he don't want no parts of no tackles lately.
Oh no, he never did. He's not a physical
Yeah,
guy.
he jumping back. He like, somebody come over here. I got him cornered. Come, come drag this boy down to the ground. So,
Right.
um, I want to see some more out of Bowser. I like Bowser. I really feel like he got a lot of speed coming off that edge. But when you have speed and your head down, you can't see those quick. You can't see what the quarterback is doing. So you
Right.
got to have your head up. You got to have your head up. Get around that tackle's arms, and you know what I'm saying. See what the quarterback is doing. Of course, keep going towards and pursue, but you know what I'm saying, have that ability to have that quick stop and then, you know what I'm saying, sniff out those screens. Because like you said, man, Suggs was on it. Like
Yeah.
Suggs, when he'd come after that tackle and he'd back off too to watch what Ben Roethlisberger doing. And he was perfect at that. He knew Ben was loving that screenplay and he
Yeah.
sniffed them out every time he did them. So yeah, bro, I definitely miss Sizzle out there. Um,
Yeah.
I see that we have like, with our D line, of course, we got those run stuffers. And I tell people all the time, even in a group last week, like, don't look for Calais Campbell or Brandon Williams to get pressure on the quarterback. That's not them. Like they're gonna stand that offensive lineman up, you know what I'm saying, and get their arms out and tackle the running back. Like that's what they do. They're not gonna crash down the box like that. So we
They need
definitely
to though.
yeah, they some big boys. They need they
Yeah.
need to elevate their game. But as we see, Brandon Williams, he's good for like a sack a season or maybe two. Like, you're not gonna really see big Brandon Williams getting in the
Right.
quarterback space,
Nah.
3 or 4 times a game. And nah, that's not what he's gonna do for you. So yeah, man. Um, but how you feel about our linebackers this week? Our boy Queen, man.
I think he did his thing. He showed up. He had some good plays, especially like that goal line stop when dude kind of jumped in the air and kind of, he met him in there and made a nice hit. So Queen did his thing. Nobody else kind of really stood out as far as linebackers outside of Queen. I mean, I ain't really see too much from LJ Ford. I don't even think Harrison got on the field.
Nah, I
So
ain't see him.
yeah. So Fergie got a sack. That was a try hard sack, man. He wanted that one bad. Man. He needed that one. So hopefully that helped build his confidence, because we haven't heard his name much, and we need him, man. We need a pass rusher.
Definitely. And I feel like my boy Marcus Peters been lazy lately. I'm dating back to the Kansas City game, bro, on Monday night. Like you got, Tyreek Hill out jumping you. Like, you know what I mean? You taller than this man. Like, if you would have got your head around or put your arm up, that ball would have been, you would have deflected the pass.
Right.
Or, you know what I'm saying? Even with these holding penalties against Washington, like, I don't know. To me, he don't look like himself. He don't look comfortable back there. I don't know if it's, Tavon being out or something. Like, I don't know if they came up with a chemistry over the summertime and now he see his boy not in the slot. Like, he don't feel good. I don't know what it is. I hope they figure it out. real soon. But Marcus Peters definitely got to return back to that form we had him last season because that's definitely, as a fan, you can definitely see he ain't feeling it back there.
I think Peters would be all right though. But all right, so some individual plays that I seen or I noticed. The Marlin fumble, man. That
Fruit
just
punch.
that's why you paid him. I mean, fresh off a contract, he
Yes,
come
sir.
out, they stand him up, he stands him up, and he get on his back and he just stripped the ball out. I mean, that's what Marlon does, man. He's becoming known for it, and I love it. That's a playmaker on your defense. That's why you paid him the big contract, and he deserved every penny of it, man. I love Marlon,
Oh yeah,
so
he
I'm
almost
happy.
had two of them. He
Well,
almost
I
had
don't
two
remember.
punches, bro. Like on that, it was I think it was late in the third quarter.
Oh, he went for
When
the punch. He didn't get it though.
yeah, like the dude
Yeah,
kind of like gathered it with his legs and he went down to the ground. I'm like, yo, that was almost two fruit punches my man almost had, yo. So yeah, yeah, he definitely gonna stand you up and go for that ball. So yeah,
right.
Juju, no, Juju should be real proud to the man doing it to him.
Another play that stood out was the Lamar 50-yard run. That just vintage Lamar. That's what he does, man. It was real good read and react on the RPO, and it was great blocking downfield as well, too, man. I
Yeah,
think Fluke and Boyle was blocking on that play. They came downhill, got two good solid blocks, and once Lamar sees some daylight, man, that's it. You know
yeah,
what I
that's
mean?
over.
So
That's
I
it.
mean,
That's
wasn't
house
nobody
ball.
catching him. We need you, Lamar. Just tuck that ball till you cross the end zone.
Yeah, man.
Yonder gave you that speech the rookie year, like suck it in until you get across
Right.
the end
Yeah,
zone.
he
But
remember what Marshall Yonder told him. Keep that
yeah,
thing
yeah.
tucked, man, until you cross
So
that foul line.
yeah, so I need that was a hell of a play from Lamar. What you think about it?
Oh yeah, that was, man. Like I said, on that run pass option, that's his bread and butter, and it works when the running game was working. And then previous couple plays before that, the running game was working. You know what
Yeah,
I'm saying? You can't have no run pass option if you ain't running the ball. You know what I'm
right,
saying? They're gonna come after Lamar.
right.
So once he saw that end crash in, bro, it was lights out. It was beautiful. It was nice to see, honestly, man. I'm like, I got flashbacks to the Bengals game last year. Like, once Lamar is in that open field, it's not too
It's a
many
wrap.
people that's gonna, you don't have no catch up speed to catch up to Lamar Jackson, bro. It's a
Yeah,
wrap. It's over.
it's a dead issue. And another play that stood out to me was the Lamar interception. That was not on Lamar. That was a
Nah.
lazy route ran by Miles Boykin. I think he ran one of those. I'm not getting the ball, so I'm gonna just kind of lightly jog. He didn't come out of his break shot. He rounded the route out at the end, and he just let the DB get it. I mean, Lamar was expecting him to have like a sharp break for him to go up and get it, but he just was kind of lazy with it.
Yeah, he was. And you know what I'm saying, and in the huddle before you break, you know what I'm saying, you automatically know, hey yo, I'm gonna go to you. You gonna be my first read.
Right.
So you know what I'm saying? For him to come out that break towards the sideline so lazy, like it was like, bro, like why would you give up on me? Knowing that your quarterback is, the defender know, hey, we playing the sideline. Unless
Right.
we want to do a quick, you know what I'm saying, a pump fake, real quick, and I'm gonna go take it up the field. You're not that guy. You're Miles Borky. You're not. It's not Hollywood where defender is going to play off a little bit just to respect your speed, bro. You're a
Right.
big body. You're going towards the sideline, so beat your defender there, or at least break up the pass, become a defender. He ain't do neither one. So
He
yeah,
ain't
that
do
was
shit.
very lazy to me, bro. That was not cool.
Yeah. Anything else on the game, boss? You want?
Um, I mean, I'm
Oh,
loving how my man Mark Andrews came back in form. I
yeah.
had a feeling he was going to have a bounce back week for missing that pass in the end zone against Kansas City. It was nice to see Andrews in the end zone. Both of those catches were impressive. He had to keep his eyes, you know what I'm saying? He had to keep moving on that last one, which was good. But yeah, man, 31-17. I'm I'm satisfied with a W. I don't want Raven Nation thinking, oh, we being negative. No, I'm being a real fan. I'm satisfied with a
Yeah.
W. I just want us to tweak on a couple things going forward. That's it.
Yeah, most definitely so. But quick Bengals preview. I think I think we'll win, but I think we gotta keep an eye on Josh. What is it? What is his name? Josh Burrow? Is it
Yeah,
Josh?
yeah, Joe
Yeah,
Burrow. Yeah, Joe.
Joe Burrow. Okay, I don't know why I said Josh. Joe Burrow, but I mean, dude, he I can't he's been playing well. I can't say he's been balling, but he's been playing well or better than you expect from a rookie. So
Yeah,
I think Weakman's going to try to come out and confuse him. I think he's going to get real blitz happy, but he has weapons, man. AJ Green, we know he's been quiet this year, but he always tortures us. Tyler Boyd, that little motherfucker, he the one that always really get us
yeah.
lately. He's been the one that's been getting us lately. So we gotta keep an eye on Tyler Boyd and Mixon. We don't want him to get him started in the run game. So
Yeah,
I think we need to come
and
out and
they
smack
love
him in the
screens.
mouth early. I think they got the ability to kind of try to play catch up, but I think we got the secondary to kind of hold it down. This is a game where you do miss Tavon because Tyler Boyd eats in the slot. So
Oh yeah, yes sir.
I'm predicting a win, but I think it might be a little bit closer than people may think. I don't think we're just gonna blow the doors off them like we did that second game. I
Yeah,
think we blew them out like 45 to. I think they only scored like 10 or something like that. But
yeah,
I think it'll be like one of those 30 to 17 type games where they might hang around just because they got the talent. So I think we just got to keep
yeah.
an eye on the Bengals.
Yeah, our secondary to me is better than their wide receivers, so I think we win in that aspect. Our linebackers to me are very impressive with Queen. I think he's snout for that run game. Like he's not going to let too many people, what I'm saying, these fake little runs, these halfback screens or whatever. He's sniffing those out. So to me, we kind of win in that category. I want to see us stop mixing in that screen category because to me, when I watched them play the last couple of weeks, their bread and butter is a screen. They love
Yeah,
screen. They're gonna put him out on the screen like 3 or 4 times a game to get him going,
right.
and that gives Barrow some confidence. So I definitely want to see us, you know, dial in on them, stopping them screen passes on offense. Nothing really scares me on their defense to where we shouldn't be able to run our game and be comfortable. If we come out there with a solid run game plan and then start trying to open up the pass if needed, but they've been giving up a bunch of yards on the ground to
Mm.
everybody they've been playing. So yeah, I'm feeling maybe like a 38 to 38-13, 38-20, 38-20 victory for us. Yeah, we're gonna be going 4-1.
All right, bet that's a bet, man. Big blowout. So Ravens Nation, this episode 4, man. We'll be back next week for the Bengals recap, man. See y'all next week.
We out.
Mm.